Welcome to Tech Talk here at MarketStream.live. My name is Joseph Cusick with the Cusick Group Securities offered by Money Block. So I want to take a look at the technical charts of a stock, Apple. Warren Buffett and his organization, Berkshire Hathaway, have come out and said that they have taken a more active stake in Apple. They're transitioning out of some of their more traditional approaches and they're hitting more of the large cap tech space. And so with that being said, that's enough for the stock to be up 2.7% or $4.01 at 152.98. Now I want to put some context here because, they've been making this investment over time and the stock, that's a nice catalyst. It's having a very strong, very loyal investor and an investment group now part of the Apple story. But with that being said, what is the charts telling us? What are the options marketplaces telling us? Because now we need a forecast. What are we thinking about where Apple's going to go? Obviously, everyone's thinking up because, Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway are on board. But how much? And let's give us some short-term context. So looking at the charts, you can obviously see it's above our 20 and 50-day moving averages. That's the green line and the red line. That represents that the short-term and intermediate-term traders, institutions, and so forth are on board. And there's plenty of individuals that are into Apple at much lower prices than this 153 mark that we're currently trading at. So the bulls are clearly in control. So the trend is to the upside. And you've heard the adage, the trend is your friend. But what kind of range can we expect going in for the next 4 days, for the next 39 days? That's where I go in and take a look at the options. And the reason why I take a look at the options is because that gives me some implied forecast that the options marketplace is forecasting for potential movement, in this case specifically for Apple. And if I look at the options that are expiring on May 12th, that's going to be in 4 days, it's telling me that the options marketplace is forecasting that the stock, Apple, could have another $1.65 in range, either up or down. Now this is after a very impressive move to the upside. How did I come up with that number? Well, I basically took two strategies, a straddle and a strangle. It's just taking the first closest at the money strike price option to where the stock's trading. Stock's trading at 153, the 152.5 strike. So I take the call and the put offer, I add those together. Now, for those of you that are new, it's a little math. I'm throwing some vernacular out there. But these prices basically are windows and give a forecast of potential movement in the stock because they're selling or buying from somebody the right or obligation to buy or sell stock at a future date. In other words, in the next 4 days. So they have to forecast what do they think the potential is for the stock to be up or down in a specific amount. Now that does change as things like news events, Berkshire Hathaway investing in Apple, changes in geopolitical landscapes, earnings, you name it, there could be anything that comes in and changes that forecast, the stock moves. But at this juncture right now, between now and the end of this week, the options are pricing in basically a range of between being either up or down, it's not biased, of right around $1.65 to $1.75. So that's basically about a 1.1% range for the next 4 days. Now over the next 39 days, in other words, getting you to June 16th, the options marketplace is actually pricing in the potential for Apple to be in a $5 range, either up or down between now and June 16th. That's a 3.2% range for Apple for the next 39 days. That's what the options that are expiring in June are pricing in for a potential range. So you can see 158 to the downside, or you could see 148 to the upside and 148 to the downside. So it's a decent range of 148 to 158 that you're looking at right now in Apple for the next 39 days. And of course, with any headline, any shift in data, whether it be economic or earnings, or there could be some sort of internal headline. Whatever it is, as you can see with the headline today, the stock and the perspective of the stock is going to change, and so will these estimated moves. But now I have context. Now if I own 100 shares of Apple and I've seen great appreciation, I'll understand, well, where is the marketplace looking for a floor and a ceiling over a specific period of time? In other words, 39 days. So now I got 158 and 148 to work with. That at least gives me some transparency into an implied forecast of potential movement. And specifically, that's an Apple. All right, folks, that is it right now for Tech Talk. We're going to break apart a bunch more, and I'm going to actually probably start putting out some blog posts in the future. So please give us feedback if you'd like to see that, and feedback on anything else that you would like to see here at MarketStream.live. We appreciate you watching, and we look forward to seeing you at the closing bell at 4:30 Eastern Time here at MarketStream.live. See you then.